Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Podcast Network. This is the Purple Show where we talk everything Europe apart from the French League. Sorry, Ronnie.
That's okay.
Nice, Kian.
He's got it right finally.
Yes!
Yeah!
Just for context.
That's how we get a show started, baby.
If this wasn't left in at the start, this took us about 6 times to get right because Ethan doesn't know how to change a camera. But anyway, we'll be talking mostly European competitions today. Do I want to start?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You do.
I'm surprised you're not wearing a
Yeah,
top
I could be, but I was just, that's probably been 6 days worn now, so it's just, it wouldn't have been a good idea.
So what happened, Ronnie? What happened recently?
Well, we got and won the Europa League in Bilbao is what's happened. That
won a
is-
trophy.
Won a trophy.
That's all you have to say.
Yes, come on.
17
Well
years.
done.
My word.
What a hate watch.
I feel so sick.
Do you feel like you're,
So happy,
you're out
man.
of words, like you don't know what to say? Like
Nah, yeah, literally.
new position, right? Winning trophies, new to you.
Yeah, how old were you when you won your last one?
Bear in mind, I am a Spurs fan and an England fan. To go through that, like, because they're two big nation, big club.
Yeah.
Okay. Big nation, big club. Both
Ish.
of them have not been successful in my lifetime.
Yes.
Okay, I was 2 years old when we won a League Cup. I'm not
2008.
I'm not gonna remember that. And
I actually remember that. That was against us, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
pretty sure it was.
yes, it was,
Yeah.
yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wait.
remember that really vividly, and I wasn't very happy as a child. I cried.
yeah, full on delirium
Uh-oh.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
How much of the rest of the night do you remember?
Oh no, I remember all of it.
Okay.
Remember me running onto the pitch. Oh wait, oh no, I've exploded myself. Oh well. Yeah, ran onto the pitch. Ran onto the pitch. Ran onto the pitch. Oh, it was so good. Oh, it brings a smile to my face every time. I was slightly in tears, but not. I wouldn't say I was crying, but
You were in tears.
You
it
should-
was so good.
You shed a
I
tear.
weren't. Yeah, I shed a tear. That's
Yeah.
what I'd call it. But oh my god, people neutrals will say, "Oh, it was a rubbish final. It was a rubbish final."
Terrible.
Oh,
Do
I
I
loved it.
give a
It wa-
toss?
yeah, it
Do I
was-
give a toss?
Mate, I'm with you. It was class.
I will
I
say-
love
I
watching United
also thought it was
lose.
a great game for a neutral anyway, because it was just like
Yeah, it was.
there was such good build up for both teams,
Yeah.
because it's just two of the worst teams in the league going for
Yeah.
a European trophy.
Apart from the relegation.
Yeah, literally. It was unbelievable. And I thought the players that played in the game, for Spurs anyway, surprised me with how much effort they gave. I could not believe it. That game from Richarlison, I'm not even joking, that was the best performance he ever done in the Spurs shirt. Even though he didn't contribute anything like a goal or an assist, he put everything into that game. And that is one person I was not expecting it from.
Well, Ange changed his tactics finally, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Indeed.
he's defended.
He was forced into it because we had no Maddison, Kulusevski or Bergvall. So he was forced into a more of a pragmatic approach. But then he also brought on Danzo quite
Yeah,
early on into the
very
I
second
thought
half.
he brought him on quite early as well.
Played it back 5.
Yeah, we did. Love it.
Yeah. Well, he always wins trophies in his second season.
Well, he said it.
Is
I
that
said-
one of the best quotes
I think it is.
in
Very
football
good.
It
history?
genuinely is.
Very
I
good
think
quote.
is a cold quote.
I
That.
wish it got memed, but
Yeah.
if you hadn't won that and he'd said that,
You know
I don't
what?
think he gets
I
it.
actually was glad it didn't get memed only because Andrew's a nice guy. Like he seems like a sound guy.
I feel like Andrew's
Are you
quite
a Chelsea
controversial.
No, but Andrew's a sound guy, bro. Like he just seems like a chill guy. Like if it was like I don't know, Amorim or something like that, I'd just what a toss.
I feel like the media pressed him a lot as well
Yes.
during the season. He was getting asked questions that no other manager was getting asked.
I'd say Maresca got asked some similar questions. But
I wouldn't
not
even say
as much.
Maresca. I think Amorim and Andrew are just way worse.
Depends how you deal with the media at the end of the day.
And also,
Yeah.
Andrew's very he seems to me like a little bit of an introvert with media. He's just
I
a
don't think
bit,
he likes it.
he doesn't want
No.
to talk to him.
No, he does. I think he actually can't be asked with them.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, I don't blame him.
He's also very impatient.
and I think he knows they ask stupid things. Like they do. They ask.
Well,
a lot
yeah,
of stupid
because
things.
at the end of the day, the journalist's job is to get a story and to
Yeah.
get something out of the people. So
Yeah.
if they're going to ask questions that are going to frustrate and anger the manager because they want to get the best possible headline.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Maresca's response after the Nottingham Forest game.
How do you say in English?
F off. You know,
No,
I can
quality.
assume it gets annoying. Like sometimes.
Oh, I bet.
The
I
things
bet
they
it's
ask.
really irritating.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. I think it depends as well. Like, I've seen the comparison between Slot and Klopp. Klopp was obviously very nice to the media at times, but when it was straight after a press
Yeah.
conference and Liverpool had lost, you didn't want to have a press conference with him really because you might be scared that he might just
Yeah.
Snap.
yeah. Whilst with Slot, he seems very calm all the time.
Well, that's probably because you won most of your
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think-
but like even after we lost games, for example, like he didn't come across.
No, because I feel like you guys
angry or
were comfortably
frustrated.
like winning the league. I think if it was a tighter race, like a really, really tight race, I think you can see Slot lose his lid.
Maybe.
There's probably a chance of
We'll
that
find out
happening a
next
bit
season,
more.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot
So
closer.
I think Pep, when City were just whacking everyone, like he was kind of calm all the time until they lose. Then he starts to get a bit like agitated, scratching his head and shit like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interestingly, Amorim came out and said that he thinks United will be better off without Champions League football. What do you guys think about that?
No.
I think they'll finish in a better league position because
I
of
get
it.
what he's trying to say.
It doesn't help the squad. It doesn't help the squad.
It doesn't help the
But
club
I think
financially.
they'll understand the identity better because they're not in Champions League.
Right.
That's
Have
the
fewer
thing.
games,
Yeah.
but less money and still shit players.
I think they'll be better off the season after this
Do you
one
know what?
than the next
He
season.
says that I think Chelsea were beneficial that year. We wouldn't have Champions League or any. Europe.
So were Spurs when we weren't
I
in
think
Europe.
it would benefited us.
You won Europa, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
But-
there's
yeah.
there's the ripple effect of Son missing that 1-on-1 against Ortega now last
Oh,
year,
of course.
which didn't get us Champions League. It also stopped Arsenal from winning the league,
Yes.
and now put us into Europa League and won that. So simultaneously, as most TikToks say, let it all work out, and it
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Fair
Let
enough.
it all
Fair
work
enough.
out.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got the Conference League tonight. Obviously, you guys will be seeing this on Saturday. We will have been doing a TikTok live stream for this.
And we'll have won the Conference League.
Yeah,
already.
we'll have won every single trophy.
Almost at the Champions League there.
Yeah, dude. Well, we'll win that one next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save it for next year.
As I said,
Just a spoiler.
as I said, Chelsea last week. I said Chelsea won the Champions League before Liverpool.
Yeah, you did
disagree.
say that.
But at the same time, it is possible because the thing is with the Champions League, not always the best team wins the
I
competition.
think it barely ever happens.
Like
Best team,
you know,
isn't it?
it's rare. It's like Liverpool in 2005 when we played against AC Milan. We were definitely not the best team in the competition. Yet we won the tournament.
I think
Was
this
it fair-
year's same.
If PSG win it, though, would you not say they probably
No,
were?
Barcelona were the best team, I think.
I think Barcelona were the best.
But PSG
team.
were second best. I do
PSG
think they're
have
second best.
beaten some very good sides.
They have. Like they.
Yeah, but it's just saying
But
team,
I also feel
Barcelona.
like, you know what, in the Champions League, you say not always the best team
Real
wins
Madrid,
it, but
sorry,
over
Real
two
Madrid.
legs,
Other than
if you
Madrid.
beat a team over two legs, that's like slapping them in the ass twice. You know, like you beat them twice, like like over two legs.
It is also tournament football though, and tournament football, the way it works, is just it never favours the best teams. It favours teams who gear up for tournaments. Really,
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I guess
but-
like Inter Milan.
yeah, they
Yeah.
are a tournament team. I think Inter, like most 5-backs, suit tournament football really well.
yeah.
hmm
But I mean, I don't know. Like, I would still say like Inter are probably one of the if second best team in the tournament.
Yeah. I mean,
After-
I think Barca and PSG are both ahead of them.
Yeah.
I think they both.
Even if
like,
Inter went on to win it, I'd still say PSG were the better team.
No, I don't think
in the
PSG 's ahead of
tournament.
them. I don't think so.
no,
I think PSG were the better team.
I think Inter will win it anyway.
Yeah.
I'd like PSG. Obviously, they've got a great chance of winning it as well. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a feeling that this could be their year. They missed out on Serie A this
Year of the
season,
underdog.
of course.
Yeah,
you
Year
know.
of the underdog.
I just think that they
And
are
I
going to
think
do it.
also they missed out the other season when they lost to City in the
City
final.
in the final, they've got that experience.
Yeah.
A lot of the players from that team are still a part of this squad. They've been in a
Exactly.
final. I think some of the PSG players. I think the only one who has been in a UCL final is Marquinhos. I might be
In a
wrong.
final, probably.
Yeah, I might be wrong because
Yeah.
that was when PSG were last in the final.
Donnarumma's not been in one, has
no.
it?
No, Donnarumma's been in a Euro final though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I mean, all of them have experience in latter stages of a big tournament.
Yeah,
finals are different though.
it's
Different level.
Yeah.
Was Dembele in a World Cup final?
No, I don't think he played.
I don't know.
I don't think
Well,
he
he's got two chances to have been in it.
I don't think
Yeah.
he played either
He
one.
might have-
One
he
would
might
have
have
been
been.
injured, and one I think he just wasn't
He might have been
cooking
the
it.
first one.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. I think he
Yeah.
might
He
have
was
been
injured.
in the most recent one.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
like
It was Colomboani and
I think he
Mbappe.
came off the bench.
Griezmann was a midfielder,
Yeah.
Yeah, he might come off the bench in that recent
Maybe.
one.
maybe.
Maybe.
yeah, but it's like one or two players in comparison to almost a full 11 of experience.
Yeah. 'cause
That could
Inter side's
play
not
a part.
changed much
No,
since then.
no,
No.
There's a lot of the same players.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure since that final, I think it's like Onana.
I think even
Dzeko,
take out Onana,
left.
it's an improvement really, because Sommer, I think that's not even a diss to Onana, by the way.
It should
I think Sommer, it should be, but Sommer in big tournaments has been amazing. Like
Yeah.
I think-
every
yeah.
tournament you see him in,
I think
the
Sommer's
guy.
been really just a good keeper throughout his career. Like,
Yeah.
it rarely does
So
anything
solid.
wrong, really.
No.
You know
I
what
mean,
I mean?
the saves he was making against I know, like, he let in a lot of goals, but he also saved a lot of very big
Yeah.
It was a save
Lamine Yamal,
against.
how did he not score? Like those chances, and they were really good shots, and yet
Yeah.
someone was just pulling saves out
And when
of
he
nowhere.
when he
Yeah.
like dives across the goal, when it's like someone squares it across the goal.
That's what I'm
dives
on about.
bro.
It's
Like,
not Gerard
like a
Martin, was
cat,
it?
bro.
It was. I can't remember who it was.
No, but still.
Pedri?
You could
Is it
arguably say
Pedri?
Donnarumma did the same against Liverpool. Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah.
for sure.
Donnarumma
I mean, he made
He's
some
a big
great saves
keeper-
against us at
He's a big
Anfield as
gamekeeper
well.
as well, though, Donnarumma.
Yeah,
They're both are.
because he's only kept 4 clean sheets in the Liga this season.
Yeah, that's
Who's
mad.
that? Donnarumma.
Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Mental.
That's what I was saying. Petrovic, best keeper in League on this
Well,
season.
he got Strasbourg team of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said he's the
Player of
best
the season, sorry.
best keeper in League on this season, I think, bro.
Who have we got to win tonight then? So we can get clipped and either be right or wrong.
Oh,
Well,
I want to say Real Betis, but it is Chelsea.
Bro,
All right, it's got to be me then. Real Betis will win the Conference League. There's your clip. You're welcome. Have a good day.
I was confident last week about Chelsea beating Forest. I'm confident again. I said Chelsea heritage. European football is Chelsea. Chelsea is European football. We're going to win it. We're going to do it for England because no other English team is good enough this year. Well, no, Spurs won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
I think we are
unfortunately.
pretty good. We are pretty good.
Also, you know what? I think Newcastle probably have a thank to both of our clubs for getting so far in European competitions. Otherwise, they wouldn't have Champions League this season.
That's true.
Very true.
That's true.
And
I
United.
could thank the United as well, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
United more than anyone because.
And Arsenal got to the semis, didn't they, as well?
Yeah.
about them.
They-
Have Chelsea winning and Spurs winning these competitions? I'm being quite preemptive here because obviously the game's
yeah.
Right.
had a better season than Arsenal if they get because they work.
You definitely not. Spurs, I think so. Because I think it's a nothing final, to be honest. I think if you lose it, there's not much backlash.
So
Well, it's
you,
if
another
you
European
win it,
competition
then
you've
it's
won.
not.
so you think Tottenham's had a better season than Arsenal despite finishing 17th, but Chelsea,
This
who
is-
finished 4th...
No, but
But
this is what I mean.
competition-
Wait, hang on.
But do you
Wait,
remember
This is where
the people-
expectation comes in.
Right,
Expectation.
right.
We wanted to be a team that wins a trophy and wanted to qualify for Champions League. We have won Europa League and we're in Champions League next season. That was our expectation. We got it. That's what we wanted. Arsenal's expectation was to win a trophy and probably win the league, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as City didn't get anywhere near it, you'd think Arsenal are going to be the ones that win it if City don't win it, and they haven't. And another factor that comes in is, are Arsenal fans happy now? No. Are Spurs fans happy now? Yes. There's my
Chelsea-
answer. There you go.
And are Chelsea fans happy?
100%, bro. We've achieved
No, but
our
also,
goals.
We've outperformed
achieved-
what everyone
I
expected
don't think
this season.
I don't think you've overperformed this season.
Wait, at the start of the season, no one said we were Champions League fucking.
No, I didn't think you guys would
Quality,
get Champions League. this
exactly.
season. I thought you'd be around it,
I think
but I didn't think you
you
would.
did.
I didn't think you were going to get it. I think
And even if we
said
did,
top four was
we've met
the
our
top four that finished.
expectations.
You've met it. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Unlike
That's what I'm
Arsenal.
saying.
So
You've
we've
not
met-
overperformed, but you've met them.
Yeah,
I
we
guess
met
it's
our
the-
expectation,
yeah.
and even with the Conference League, winning it or getting to the final is the expectation when you're in that tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expect to
We've
be
actually
there.
done what we was.
And we've done what you said. We're
Yeah.
happy, and I think we have had a better season than Arsenal. I
Yeah.
would say.
We've also Spurs have overperformed this season in terms of
Europa League.
And
Just to clarify.
yeah, just to clarify, and Arsenal have underperformed in terms of what they wanted to do.
Yes.
So
I'd say
that
they've-
is my
I'd-
opinion on who's had the better season.
So
I'd say
just
they've
to
overachieved
clarify,
in the Champions League. even.
Okay, you know
Yeah.
what? I'll rephrase it. Arsenal might have had a better season, but we've had a more successful season.
So
That's
Ethan-
that is
Literally
what
what I
I'd
was
say.
just about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan,
Yeah.
get it on me. Just to clarify, we've all said that Spurs and Chelsea will have a better season and have had a better season than Arsenal.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say more successful.
Kind of more successful, yeah.
I don't think they've had a better. I can't lie. You finished second. You're on 70 odd points.
And got nothing. Who's going to remember second
No,
place
I
in
get
the
it,
Premier
but
League?
which is-
No, I think
semi-final
honestly, like-
of the Champions
we're not-
League.
We're both
but
happier
we're not
and more
talking-
successful.
Yeah, we're-
That's what
the
it is.
person who won the Conference League and the person who won the Europa League.
We're talking about better season. We're not talking about more memorable.
You need to get the word in
More
right.
memorable season would be
Better
100%
season.
you guys because you're going to win
Memorable,
a trophy.
successful, happier. That's
Yes,
all three.
more
of us.
successful and
Yeah.
sorry. Chelsea and Spurs have had a more successful and happier season than
Than
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
success-
Yeah.
100%.
Success.
Yeah, because the expectations are different.
Yeah,
So?
I guess so.
What do you mean so? At the end of the day, Arsenal are expecting.
And also, it-
I would still say we've had a
Yeah,
better
but in
season.
10 years' time, who's going to give a toss about Arsenal or the two teams that won the Conference League and Europa?
That's talking about being more memorable. That's not talking about a more better season in terms
But then
of
arguably that
performance.
is better.
Yeah, but
I
I'd
guess
say.
in a way. I
history
guess in a
book.
way.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess
in a
it's
way,
kind
it
of
is a
history
better
book.
season.
I
Like,
don't know,
okay, basically,
boys.
I would be worried
basically,
next season
Who has
Arsenal
more
as well.
chocolates? The boy with a chocolate, or the boy without a chocolate? The boy with the chocolate.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I get it. I see your point. I do see your
Like-
point. Like, what season would I rather have? You'd rather have the season with the trophy, but
Yes.
at the same time, Arsenal
You're thinking
are
about the
close.
futures.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
that Arsenal are closer to winning a league title than your two teams.
I understand, but also
I
when
think-
is
I think
Arsenal's
they-
time? It was
I think
supposed to
they're
be
gonna
Arsenal's
start-
time
I
this
think-
year, and it
you guys are
wasn't.
close.
Are
I
they?
think
Of course they are.
I think they're drifting off more than they're getting closer now.
They get a few more signings.
They were getting
They're
close,
15
and now
points
they,
lower
like,
this
they're-
season than last season.
Yeah.
I
But they've
think.
had a load of injuries. Like, we talk about Tottenham having loads of injuries. They've had Saka out. They've had Havertz out for 4 months. They've
Yeah.
had. I know you laugh at that, but like that is their main centre forward.
Okay,
They've had
but
Gabriel out for lots of
But then they're
period
not a
of
Premier League
time.
winning side.
Well, no, they're not a Premier League
But
winning side because they didn't win it.
how long do you want
But
to?
they're expected to.
How long do you want to say this about this fucking Netflix club? Like,
No, I
wait for next season.
They
Everybody
have had
get it.
plenty of
I
years
get
where they
what-
should be
I get
winning a
what you
trophy.
mean. I see your point. But right now, I do think they are closer than Chelsea and Tottenham.
Oh,
Because-
obviously, yeah.
Closer
Okay,
I
let me,
obviously-
let me pose the question. Yes, Arsenal are closer. Who do you think will win sooner?
Arsenal.
Really?
That's
I
if
do.
they do, though.
I do.
You think Arsenal will
I think they've got a better
Premier League?
Personally, I think they've got a better coach.
Yeah,
and I
no,
think they've got a
that's
better
fine.
team.
The
But I'm not asking
yeah,
that,
that's my
though.
main concern. The manager.
But I'm not
Yeah.
asking that. I'm saying, who do you think will be more successful over the next 5 years,
I think this summer could change a lot of things.
especially in Europe?
I think with Club World Cup coming round,
I
I
think-
think Chelsea and City will benefit massively from that.
and I think we're gonna
And the
get
money you'll get, the money you'll get, and if you spend it right.
and the
striker.
fact we've got Champions League as well, we've got more money.
That's
As
true.
well.
It's
Yeah.
true. It is true. I still think Arsenal, though. I still think they're just a
They're
couple
going to be
of...
more
I
successful
think-
in the next 5 years.
I think so.
I think with
That's totally fine.
Arteta, they with Arteta, I don't think they will go. I think they've literally like
They've hit the
they're
ceiling.
skimming that
Oh,
climax.
he's like
and
Southgate.
They are doing that. They are doing similar to
Mikel Arteta's a
Southgate.
far better manager
He's
than
like
Gareth
Southgate.
Southgate,
Yeah,
guys.
Southgate, 100%.
No, but
it's
the
like
arc,
Southgate.
the arc of how
It's
it's
really,
going.
really good. Improved a lot,
right.
and then it's just
But do
flatlined.
we
The
not-
winning isn't there.
Do we not think, like, I know I'm bringing it back to the injuries again, but... Like,
Injuries, of course, they
Bro,
harmed it.
But yeah, for sure. They would have been closer to us, without a doubt.
They're closer, but where they beating you.
We need an Arsenal.
During-
fan.
Actually-
During the semi-final against PSG, the only person they had out was Havertz and Gabriel. And I don't think that made enough.
I think Gabriel's quite a big difference.
It's a big difference. I don't think it was enough of a
But at the
difference to get them
I
into
think
the
PSG
final.
would have gone through either way,
Yes.
but I also think Gabriel
But to
would
be
have
fair, at
could
the
have
same
changed the game.
time, like, this is the thing at the end of the day. PSG, they scored some really, really good goals. And like Donnarumma, the performance that man put on in the first 10, 15
Yeah.
minutes.
That happens in the
I
Champions
know
League.
it happens in the
And also
Champions
Saka
League.
missed
And
a sitter in
Bayern
that
makes
game.
yeah, exactly. Like, moments happen. And
Another English player. Sure.
I'm pretty sure they will be back and competing again next season.
But listen,
Without a
they
doubt.
won't compete.
No, I
Competing.
know,
Where's
I
the
know.
winning?
They-
Where's
I
the
know what I
winning?
They're going to be successful.
Competing
But
is
I think
always
they're going to win
there.
a trophy. Do you not think they won't win a
I
trophy
don't
next
think they're
season?
going to win a trophy next
None
season.
at all.
No.
You don't think they win an
and
FA
the
Cup,
thing is-
Carabao Cup at least?
I'm not saying it's
If-
not possible, but I'm just saying that
If Arsenal don't
their
win
time
anything
was
next year
there.
as well, Arteta's got to go, mate.
Yeah.
Like literally,
I think-
if I was an
yeah,
Arsenal fan, I would
But
get him out.
also, we're talking. This is,
Bro,
our
this
European
is like
show.
5
this is a
years.
Arsenal hate
All
podcast.
European.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
of course.
5 years and
In
no
Europe,
trophy. What
I think
phase?
they could potentially.
Do you think they're going to win a Champions League?
I think they could potentially do it. I'm not going to say I think they
Well, they
will
can
win a
potentially
Champions
do it,
League.
it's just-
Yeah, but
Okay.
team can potentially.
Okay, wait.
no,
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
but I think they've got more of a
I
chance
think
right now than
Liverpool
Chelsea.
have more of a chance, and Chelsea and City have more of a chance of winning a Champions League before Arsenal.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I've got an opinion on Liverpool because I don't think they'll be as good next
don't
season
think
as they
so?
are this season.
I think they could be.
I think the way your team's structured next year, I don't like it. I think it's way too attacking.
Right. So what's changed from us
So,
having Trent
okay,
and
this
Robertson?
is what's changed.
But, yeah.
Frimpong is way more attacking than Trent. As much as Trent is attacking, have you seen Frimpong's heat map?
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
but at the same
It's
time,
ridiculous.
can you not adjust to a back four in that
Frimpong
way?
isn't a right back. He actually isn't a right back. He's a right mid.
Right.
That is what he is.
Could they change formation?
Yeah, that's fine. But then my other thing is that if Kirkus comes in, he's another attacking fullback. Where's the cover? And even if it's Gravenberch, he's barely a six.
But we
if
won
he
the
is
league
one.
without a six.
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
the issue?
But you had cover. You had Robertson. You had
But
Simicast.
Kirkers can do that job as well. He can.
Not to
He
the
can.
same degree.
And
No, but he's an
would they not be
attacking fullback.
because we're keeping this in Champions League? Arguably, couldn't they then also just dominate a team in each?
Yeah,
round?
but that's the thing. It's if they, and it's so hard to dominate teams like to the degree you're saying. It's so hard to do that.
No, I
'Cause you'd have elite talent. Verts might be the answer to that. That is one thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they sign Verts, it might be to another degree where it's too attacking again.
How was Verts
but
been this season? I haven't heard too much.
he's been very good.
Still very good.
Yeah.
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 Quality.
Yeah. He is unbelievable.
You have to say that now, haven't you?
No, but like, no, for
He's
me,
the best player in the world.
No, but like, this is a statement signing.
He
This
was
is
the
huge.
Like Liverpool don't do this a lot.
No.
he was the Kevin De Bruyne replacement. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they backed out of it because they thought it was too expensive. So,
Which is surprising for City.
No, I
Yeah.
think the reason they backed out is the injuries. I think that's a problem.
right.
But he's
'Cause
not,
they're
he's not been
reoccurring.
injured that much in the last 2 seasons, though.
Was he not out for
Before.
like how long was he out this
Well,
season?
I think that was like
No,
an AC. He had an ACL, didn't he, or something?
Yeah,
Was
but
it like a
that
massive
problem
injury?
happened this season again,
Right.
Did it?
which is the problem. I think that's what it was.
But I don't
I'm
think he
pretty
was
sure.
out.
But he
I
still
don't think he was
pulled
out
the
for very
numbers.
long.
No, he
Yeah.
wasn't out for very long. He still pulled
No.
the numbers.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying if those injuries continue to happen, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
I trust Arne Slot. He won a Premier League. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be competing again.
No, but
I don't think you'll be in the title race next year, and that's a controversial opinion. That is a controversial opinion.
Wow.
I don't think so.
Guys, we keep on going back to Premier
Yeah.
League.
So I'm
Oh,
so
I
sorry.
know.
I'm so sorry.
We got to put our thoughts into the Champions League. How will they do Champions League, not Premier
Do you think
League?
we'll be competing in the Champions League?
If you well, this is what I mean. I think you'll go far in Champions League, but then that's why you drop off in the Prem.
Right. Interesting. I mean, I'll take a
'Cause you've got your
Champions League,
Prem.
it'll be
who do you think goes?
all right.
Who do you think goes
Not winning,
furthest in
but-
the Champions League next year?
Barcelona.
No, like between the
Yeah,
Premier League
because
clubs. between the Premier League clubs.
Premier League teams.
Well, I thought it was European show. What's that?
Yeah, Premier League teams.
Yeah, Premier League teams in the Champions League. Who do you think is gonna go furthest?
Ooh.
That's good though, because there's 6 teams in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
This could be.
Oh,
like-
you're involved as well now.
Tottenham's in
Yeah,
it too.
yeah.
I think-
We're just there, just chilling.
I think Newcastle. I'm going to work from the bottom. I think Spurs don't make top 16. If they do, just
No, it's not 16. It's top 24.
the 24.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
eight
yeah,
eight
it's just like
qualified and
9.
8
16.
goes
We're
through
making
and
it in
then
that.
the next
Yeah.
16.
You only to qualify in that you need 10 points or 11 points. That's 3 wins, 2 draws. So you only need to get
Out of
2
how many
wins
games?
out of the bottom pots.
6 games, right?
6 games, right?
8.
8
Yeah.
games.
8 games.
Okay.
3 wins, 2 draws out of 8. And if you get 4 wins, you're through.
I think you guys make that, but I
Yeah. I
don't
think
know
we
when
make
you get
that.
past the qualifying round.
No.
Yeah, that's what I think.
I think the same with Newcastle.
Yeah.
No, I like
It depends who
Newcastle.
they play. It really depends.
I
who
think Newcastle next
play.
year could be dangerous. I think they could be
But
dangerous.
do you think they get top 8, or would that be qualifying round again?
Nah, qualifying.
I think,
Qualifying
I think
round.
Chelsea would be qualifying as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle do better than Chelsea.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think they're more built to be this is how highly I rate Eddie Howe. I think Eddie Howe's an unbelievable manager, and I think he's gearing up to be more similar to how Simeone manages.
Mm-hmm.
Not his like attitude and mentality and stuff, but the style of play I think is going to look quite similar next year.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I think if they were to go further in Champ, I know I'm bringing it back to Premier League, they wouldn't do as well in Prem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Same with Liverpool. I think Liverpool get top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we finished top, didn't we?
I think
Arsenal should
City get top 8 as well.
I think Chelsea get knocked out early Champions League and do really well in the Prem. That's what I think.
Fair. That's fair. I
That's
mean,
fair.
it's a fair prediction.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a very fair prediction.
And of course, it depends who you're playing against. Like, we played PSG. For me, that was when obviously they've still done unbelievably well, but that was January onwards.
It was before Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Champions League. I remember when they played against Arsenal back in December, they looked really poor. Like,
Yeah.
they were bad.
It's a new team though. It was
And
a
they
new
brought in
team.
Kvaratskhelia
Yeah,
and
and they've bought him in, and ever since then...
Vitinha was a big difference as well.
Vitinha's been
Who they-
cooking.
what's
João
that
Neves.
Duo.
Due.
Due,
he's
Desiree
stepped up.
Due, crazy.
Yeah,
He
Duo.
looks unbelievable.
They've got a really
You know he
good
was
team.
rumoured for Spurs the summer before as well, last
Was
year.
he? Oh.
He chose PSG over Spurs.
I mean, I would.
I mean, I don't
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Of course I don't. But imagine if we had Due. Oh my word.
I don't think he just. I think he's just kind of fit into that PSG side perfectly, and I think also the manager's kind of got the tactics pretty spot on because he's not really got a striker, but he's got 4 unbelievable attacking players in Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Due, and Barcola,
It's so fluid.
and it's so fluid.
Yeah,
so fluid.
100%.
And I think that was what their issue before January, where they didn't quite have that mix right,
Yeah.
and then they fixed it over the December period, and Jesus Christ,
We're in an era where you don't have to have a number 9 either.
No.
No. I think even the way Inter, they have a number 9, but the way Inter play, I think is so.
I mean, Thuram's most of the time spends on the left.
Yeah.
Well,
and
they're-
they just
it's,
have,
it's one of the only 2 striker systems, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you have fucking centre backs bombing forward,
Overlapping centre
What
backs.
is
Yeah.
going on here? And literally,
And Dumfries has had a fantastic
full
Champions League.
backs are opening
Champions League specifically
wide,
as well.
and then it creates
Not-
a space in the middle, not
Yeah.
the centre mid, but the centre back to go rampaging forward. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But
Also, I think Bastoni's just going to keep on getting better and better as
but
well.
Inzaghi's
Yeah.
leaving, no?
I don't know.
Is
He
he?
might be, yeah. He might. There's
He might be
rumours.
leaving,
There's
really?
Where would he go,
rumours.
It was going to
He's got to go to a big club.
was it Saudi or some shit like that.
Oh, boring.
No.
Boring.
I think I saw something about that.
Oh,
Google
bro,
it.
that'd be
Google
such
it.
a
Let me Google it
shame.
right
He would make a great Simeone replacement whenever he leaves Atletico, I think.
He just...
I
like-
love his football. It's chaos for centre backs bombing forward like that and causing havoc. It's insane.
Like, he is top 5 manager in the world. Like, that is how good of a coach that he is. He is in that category for what he's done with that Inter team
It's a good question.
and how he's transformed it.
He probably is
Unreal.
top 5. He probably is top 5.
Unreal. Inzaghi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'd scraped it for me though.
That's was scrape top 5.
Yeah.
So who would you have top 5?
In
Pep.
Europe.
Pep. Xabi Alonso, Hansi Flick.
Yep.
They're the top 3.
Right.
Unless I'm
Really?
missing someone. Yeah, they've got to be.
top
I think
three
they've
right
got.
now?
Yeah.
More than
Or-
Conte? More than Carlo
Or Conte.
Ancelotti? Conte is clear. Then and Carlo
Ancelotti's
Ancelotti is
at
clear
the
as
top
well.
5 as well.
Ancelotti.
Ancelotti's
Right.
So this is what I mean. Inzaghi is
The PSG manager,
debatably
what's his
top 5.
Enrique.
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 His stock's soared for me because
Yeah.
of PSG. I know he's done unbelievable at Barca, but
Yeah,
how
it
is that?
was
How is
that-
that Barca team not going to do
Yeah.
well?
Yeah.
It was Saudi Arabia, but he slowly dismissed it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should- he should-
They've
he wouldn't leave.
identified two
He's
people-
arguably top 5.
people
Arguably.
to
Yeah, I
replace-
think he is. What he's done with that team.
He's
is
very good.
Superb.
two
He's
people
also-
to replace him though potentially. If he
He's
does
also
leave,
got out of his brother's shadow.
Yes.
is Fabregas and Allegri to replace him if he leaves. Fabregas.
Oh, really?
and Allegri.
Fabregas.
I can't see Fabregas at Inter.
No, not that soon as well.
I
think he
just
just
can't
needs to
see
stay-
him.
I think he's playing.
He doesn't
Como
feel
or
like
whatever.
Inter to me.
Yeah.
If I had to pick an Italian club for Fabregas, it wouldn't be Inter.
No,
I'd say Napoli for him
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
Napoli more.
I get
because
that.
they're not going to spend a lot of money,
Yeah.
and Como don't spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
No.
he just gets the best out of the team.
I would see AC Milan as well.
But that's why Conte is
I
going to.
don't know who suits who.
It makes sense because
AC Milan need a new manager.
Yeah, I don't know who suits
They
them.
need a change of identity.
They need a
I
change
think.
of everything. That's what Ibra's
Yeah.
trying to do.
Bro, they're
from
all over
board,
the
right?
place. Like
Ibra's in the board trying to like change that shit.
they should never have gotten rid of Stefano Pioli
No,
last season.
that's
I don't know
exactly
why
it.
they ever did that. Like
No.
obviously,
No.
I think he's out
we
in.
spoke about it last season.
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
out in.
Sure.
I think he's out in Saudi now. I don't know why they ever
Yeah,
got rid of him.
Saudi.
They bought in Paulo Fonseca, who was at Lille.
Vincenzo Italiano's just
Bro.
signed a new contract as well, by the way, so he's not leaving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
Oh, there you go, Milan. Another mediocre season.
yeah, I don't know why they did it. And Fonseca, yeah, he came in and then he got sacked in about 3-4 months.
Yeah,
and they
not
bought in
long.
Conce Sal, and I think Conce Sal's
Yeah.
left now.
He's gone.
He's
now.
crazy.
Like,
He's nuts.
he's a cup manager
the
as well, you know, that
Portuguese
guy.
manager,
He knows how
AC
to win
Milan.
cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a nutter.
What was it? Wasn't it him with the cigar? Like after the was it the
The Coppa
final?
Italia as well.
Yeah,
When he
yeah.
went on and had a go at everyone as well, even though they won it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's crazy.
I think AC Milan need to reboot almost. a
Do you
bit.
think?
They need another reboot because
Do
they
you think
had that
Conte,
poor era
Conte's
before as
gonna
well.
collect all the Italian clubs like
Do you reckon?
Gauntlet?
like
He's got
like
Inter, he's got Juventus,
Napoli.
he's got Napoli, he's got 3 now. He's
I
got
think-
AC Milan and Roma to go.
well,
Come on.
he's rumoured to go to Napoli, isn't he?
No, Juve,
no,
Juve.
Juve. Sorry,
Juve,
leave,
yeah.
leave
I can
Napoli to
see
go
that. I
Juve.
can really see that.
But
happening.
Conte is collecting all the clubs and making.
Because the thing is
them all win.
with Conte, he has such demands for transfer.
Bro,
If
but
those
Conte
demands
is
aren't
like
met-
I think one of
he's
the
gone.
best.
But also
league
they got De Bruyne
managers,
now.
Bro.
yeah.
Like Conte is one of the best league-winning managers. Like league
Oh,
managers,
yeah.
incredible.
It's not confirmed, but what happened is his all De Bruyne's entourage are in
yeah,
Napoli,
they're going to
Naples now.
He's going to Napoli, I think.
He is going.
He's so
It's a
good.
3-year contract,
That
I
will
think.
he will
Yeah, 3 years.
absolutely tear that up.
He will be in like a regista role.
yeah.
Yeah.
He will tear that league up because it's slower.
Bro, imagine him.
McTominay,
pick
30 goals
All-
next
All he
year.
has to do is find McTominay
Yeah,
or
oh
Lukaku's
my
fucking head.
God.
I'm worried for Billy Gilmore's game time now.
Nah, he's
gonna-
fin- he is
gonna get a
finished.
kick.
You could play Billy is the 6.
Lobotka.
Yeah, I think they got
De Bruyne.
Lobotka though.
Yeah,
No, but
Lobotka.
Lobotka's so.
Yeah.
I don't think you realise how highly rated
Bro,
Lobotka is in
Lobotka
Italy.
is just like a
Yeah, but he can
machine,
rotate.
bro.
Yeah, I mean Billy Gilmore for sure would still play, but I don't think he'd be starting
he's had
week
a
in week out.
fantastic season.
Yeah, he's done really
Yeah.
well. Like those two moving over to Italy
Scott
have done a
McTominay,
great
bro.
job.
Scott McTominay is like a god in Naples.
What a man.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, literally,
Got like a
he's
pizza named after him, hasn't he? And stuff
and
like that.
bro,
Like, it
Serie
is
A Player of the
crazy.
Year,
MVP,
like
yeah.
MVP. of
Napoli
Serie
fans were
A.
literally comparing him to Maradona. I'm not even taking
Yeah,
the piss.
yeah.
No, but that's the thing about I was saying as well earlier this season. If Garnacho left United in January and he went to Napoli, like they wanted him after Kvaratskhelia left, he would do well in that league.
He
Oh,
would.
I think.
100%.
100% he would.
Napoli is a team, an area Naples is a place that like if you come as a foreigner and you play well in that league, they treat you like a god.
Yeah.
That's what happened to McTominay. Garnacho, the same thing would have happened to him if he left United.
Well, there's an interesting stat. There's now 6 Scotsmen in the Serie A.
Lewis Ferguson's one.
Lewis Ferguson.
Yeah, who else is there?
can't remember.
yeah.
I can't
Lewis
remember who they
Ferguson,
were,
McTominay, Gilmore.
But
There's a
basically,
fullback
there's like
as well.
because I was doing some
Aaron Hickey used to
research
be Serie A.
for football kits, like some interesting storylines, and one
Yeah.
of the things I kind of saw was potentially a Scottish-inspired Italian shirt, because it seems like a lot of Scotsmen are going over to Italy to play top-level football because they're not
Yeah.
going to get it in the Premier League.
That's been a thing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know who the other ones are.
No, I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
I don't
Che Adams is one.
Che
Yes.
Adams.
Oh yeah, he plays for Torino,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yep.
I always forget he's Scottish. Che
Yeah.
He's not Scottish, but yeah.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
represents
we know he's
Scotland.
not
He's
Scottish, but like,
But how do you guys think the Italian side will do next season in the Champions League? Obviously, Napoli in there, Inter in there.
Napoli could be a problem with Conte. Actually, now I take that back. Conte's not.
Conte's a league
He's
manager.
not a tournament manager.
He is
At all.
elite.
The league manager.
But if
The
they
elite
if he
league
were to
manager.
leave, then maybe Napoli because they'll bolster their squad this year.
Well, De Bruyne's
But I don't know. Like
Yeah,
last
De
time
Bruyne's a
Napoli
big
won the
boost.
league the year after they dropped off when the manager.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
They really dropped off
It
the
would
year
be silly
after.
to. I'd say it'd be silly to not get rid of Conte, especially if they're bringing in.
But
De
the
Bruyne.
thing is that it's Conte wanting to leave because they're not going to give him what
I
he
feel
wants.
like-
If they're getting De
I think so.
Bruyne.
I
if
think
they're
De
getting
Bruyne is statement
surely
signing
that's-
to
De
keep
Bruyne is
them.
like a
Yeah.
free transfer.
De
He's
Bruyne's
gonna want
enough,
like
surely.
he
You
wants
would have
money to
thought so.
spend. You know, he wants money to spend.
Well, of course.
Conte.
Like, how much did they sell Kvaratskhelia for?
Lots.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of
He probably
Yeah.
still wants a replacement for that. Like
Yeah,
Conte.
Garnacho.
And if they, I mean, that's why I said it'll be a cheaper alternative,
Yeah.
and I think he will play well.
I think
Yeah.
Garnacho suits Conte.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
He
he'll
feels
play
like
well.
he suits Conte.
Very much. He's an out and out winger.
Yeah, doesn't suit that system.
I said,
that United
okay,
are playing at the
no.
minute.
I'll make it now. If he goes to Napoli, if Garnacho goes to Napoli, we'll see videos of him like draped in like feeding grapes to him and wine because he's gonna be like if he plays well as well, he's just gonna be like
He's also
a darling
very much
boy
a
there,
confidence
bro.
Player, Garnacho. So
Oh,
if
for
he
sure.
goes to somewhere and starts
Yeah.
playing well, he will.
Like
perform.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, no, definitely. But bringing it back to how well they'll do in the Champions League,
Yeah.
only team I could really see competing again is probably Inter.
Yeah,
In all,
literally.
I struggle
Yeah.
to see the other teams actually getting to a latter stage of the
agree.
tournament. I think, obviously Napoli have won the league, as we've said, but
I say Conte is more of a league.
as we said,
manager.
Conte's
he's
more of a
the
league manager.
He is.
He's
He's,
the
really
yeah.
good. as
And then
a
you
league
look at the other
manager.
teams like Atalanta. Would they prioritise Champions League over Serie A? I
They could.
don't know.
I
yeah,
think they could get. I think they'll get through to the next round.
yeah. I mean, it's possible under Gasparini. I mean,
Yeah.
They're really well set up.
Very
Yeah.
well set up.
They-
But they have proven they can do it in a European competition.
yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, they did it in the Europa League, didn't they?
Yeah,
They-
Last
and they
year.
did all right this season-ish.
yeah.
And they're only going to get better.
I think they will suffer from a couple of sales though. Is the only thing. I
think
don't know how
Lookman's
they
gone, isn't
reinvest.
Yeah.
One of Lookman or Retegui will go.
I'd say keep.
I
Retegui.
think
Yeah.
Lookman goes.
Bro, Retegui shouldn't go. You've seen like when strikers leave Atalanta, what they go on to
Yeah.
do.
Even just
Rasmus Højlund.
It's all downhill.
Rasmus Højlund
like
is a-
Zapata, Muriel.
yeah.
You know,
Don't leave Atalanta.
even
as a
just even just
striker.
Italian strikers though.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
like Scamacca when he went
Simaka
West-
as well.
West
Yeah,
Ham.
of course.
But he's
Yeah.
playing better
Flop.
now against
Massively.
Scamacca.
Yeah.
Scamacca is playing better now again back in Italy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's
that's
a
in
different
Italy.
league. A different league.
No, it's totally different.
In terms of Germany, do you guys? I've got this slight impression. Bayern don't feel like the powerhouse in Europe that they used to.
No, they're not.
In Europe,
yeah, in Europe,
because they're
I'm
not.
Germany, yeah, but Europe.
In
No.
Europe, they just don't feel like that kind of.
No, they don't.
They need a
They're-
few more signings, don't they? I
They're
think?
lacking youth products. That's what I think.
Company's not a Champions League winning manager.
No, absolutely not.
I think
absolutely not.
Like the old guard is passing on. Like Kimmich, you have
Sane's
fucking
going.
Goretzka, Sane.
They need a new
all these players. They
influx of youth.
Yeah, they really.
Like
do.
Elise's. I mean, they got Elise and Musiala.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
But-
Verts
At least
would've
it
been-
isn't
Yeah,
like their youth products, but yeah, I know what you mean.
No, but I said like young.
yeah.
Yeah.
Musiala is one of them.
Well, he's just Chelsea boy.
Yeah.
I'd say. Cobham.
Yeah.
That Cobham Academy.
Yeah, the Cobham Academy is ridiculous.
But yeah, like they've got Elise, Musiala,
Also from
Kane.
the Cobham Academy.
yeah, also.
Yeah. No, I mean, they have a decent team.
Yeah.
Obviously good enough to win the Bundesliga as they've done so this season. Like, I do think Company is a good manager.
I think the
They-
stability is so poor.
Yeah.
I think it's so poor.
If Bayern were playing like they were last season, though, I don't think Bayern Munich would have won this season.
Probably not, no.
No,
Because
I agree.
Bayern got ahead, and then they dropped some points to get nice and tight, and then go ahead, and then they dropped some points to get nice and tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their defence is so poor.
Yeah.
And to say that Dyer was one of their saving graces at the back is like, that's a bad thing to say.
Yeah, they needed a centre half, don't they? Desperately.
Because Kim Min-jae's not good enough.
There's rumours from Mark Gay.
What's his name again?
Upamecano?
He's not good enough.
There's also Ito. They signed a Japanese centre back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Gladbach, I think it was.
Also not good
He's done
enough.
much.
No, not good enough.
Done much.
And who's their left back at the moment?
Davies?
Upamecano.
Davies
is fine.
Upamecano
He's
improved
alright.
a bit.
But I don't think he wants to be there.
No?
No, I think
Yeah, I
they
think he wants
extended his
to-
contract now. He's
Yeah,
got-
right now.
isn't his head in Madrid already still like?
No, he's not going. It's
He's not
Carreras
going.
now. It's
Yeah,
Carreras.
I saw
Yeah,
that, Alex
Carreras.
Carrera.
Like-
Signed.
That's happening.
Yeah.
They need a
Yeah.
left winger. They have Musiala, Elise, Kane.
They're
and then
about,
have
they
a left
couldn't be
winger.
losing Sane, free agent,
Yeah,
offered to Spurs.
yeah. I mean, have they've still got Coman
Maybe they
and
get
Nabry,
Garnacho.
Like those two are still there as
They could
well.
get Garnacho.
Maybe they get
Yeah.
Garnacho.
I
Yeah.
think
They need a left winger.
Yes.
But I can also
Imagine that
see,
front four. Oh,
yeah, I can also see Musiala drifting to the left, Elise in the middle, and then
Well,
maybe
at least they
someone on
played
the
a
right.
lot this season whilst Musiala was out in the centre.
yeah. I think that's why they were looking at Florian Wirtz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, imagine that front four. Oh,
my
my
God.
gosh.
That would have been
It's
ridiculous.
insane.
That's actually.
They have
would
got a
play.
centre back, Bayern, Jonathan Tah.
Yes.
They do
Yes.
have, yeah,
That's
Jonathan
true, actually.
Tah.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Fire are falling to pieces at the moment.
That's a really solid move.
Bayern
Yeah.
are getting picked apart now.
Tah,
Wirtz is going, Frimpong,
Wirtz.
Alonso.
Alonso's gone.
Alonso's
yeah.
gone,
I
yeah.
don't see them keeping it.
No.
Do you think they get Europe next year?
Conference League, maybe.
Oh, yeah, we've got to mention.
I think it's an
they've got
interesting
Ten Hag.
question.
Yeah, they do have
Oh
Yes.
Ten Hag.
my God,
We
you
did-
are
we
in
spoke
the
about it
bin.
last week.
Yeah.
Yes, we did say that, and I said it weren't going to happen. If they do,
we
they're
all
done.
were
Yeah.
like, nope, not going to happen, not going to happen.
Because I brought it up. I said, they reckon they're going to get Ten Hag.
Yeah.
You are buggered by Leverkusen.
Yeah. that's
Wow.
So screwed.
It's
You know, actually, no. You know what? It's classic Man United for the
For him
Ten
to
Hag
do
to now
well.
win the
Yeah.
league.
Yeah,
He's
that's
classic
true.
Man
It's either
United.
going to go one or two ways. It won't be like, oh, he does sort of okay. It will either be a car crash or he does brilliant.
Yeah.
There won't be any middle ground
Bro,
where
Yeah.
he gets like
if he
seventh
really
in the
if he
league
really
or-
does brilliant, like United, I said like they're just toxic, bro.
Shock.
Anything that touches it turns to
Yeah.
shit. Like anything that touches it.
I think the main sign for Ten Hag this year as well is say if all the players want to leave, they're clearly not going to be on board with him, and therefore they will.
It's a
crash and
difficult
burn.
job to take.
If say if Nkape wants to leave, for example, because he's not necessarily going to go,
Yeah.
but he has 2 weeks to Ten Hag and goes, yeah, I'm out. Then
You
I
know
think
Yeah.
it'll crash and burn.
Crash,
Yeah. Like even the system, he's going to have to
Go to a
completely
full-back.
change the system. The style of play is so unique.
Ten Hag is a 4-back system.
Yeah,
He's just like a classic
Like,
4-3-3 kind of juice.
Yes.
You know-
Dutch,
you know-
Dutch style 4-3-3 juice.
I sometimes think the best managers can get the best out of the players in
Like they
position that they want them.
I don't see who improves in Bayer Leverkusen's team with Ten Hag being in there.
Well, they need a new right back. They need a new 10. They need a new.
Grimaldo as
back.
just a left back, that's a problem. That's already a problem. There's
Can play him
plenty.
further forwards, maybe.
I think Grimaldo has to be a wing back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you play Grimaldo as the left back, then surely you get a right back that can slot in as a
Yeah.
third centre back.
Yeah.
You have to do
Who-
one of
who-
those.
Who,
Yeah.
who though?
Gosh.
Exactly.
So this is
But
tough
they-
because a lot of the players who do that are on the other side of the pitch. There's more left
Kincapié is the
players that
guy.
can play in
Yeah,
that
on the
role.
other side.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
Nkapé will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would he play that? I swear he's left-footed.
Yeah, no, left back. I mean,
Yeah, but then
I'm
where
saying
does
Grimaldo might
Grimaldo
push
go?
up.
Push up.
But he has played left back for Benfica, like actual left back.
Yeah. So he can do it.
But he just
And-
But he's not as
wasted.
Again,
yeah,
I
he's not as effective as
I think at
when
the
he's-
same time, as you said, you're worried about us with Kirkes and Frimpong.
It's too attacking.
Why don't they just go and why not just go all out for it?
What?
You know, just go and get
Yeah.
another attacking wing
Asking for
back.
Ten Hag
disaster.
is possession or counter. I'd say possession.
Yeah,
yeah.
Ten Hag, well, depends what
yeah, it
Ten Hag's
depends.
talking about.
Yeah, true.
yeah.
If it's
Hag before
United,
United.
yeah,
If
Ten
it's
Hag before United
if it's Man
possession.
United Ten Hag, I'm not really sure what the style of play was
No.
throughout his
I
entirety
think
of
that
time
was
there.
that was just hit and hope. Like
Yeah,
put players
yeah.
on the pitch and hope for the best.
Individual moments, like Rashford was killing it at the time.
Yeah.
Let's move to Spain. How do you think Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and Real Madrid will do?
Barcelona just got offered Rashford, by the way.
Did they?
Yeah. Oh, no. Sorry. Got that wrong.
I thought-
The rumour was Fabrizio Romano. He's on Rashford's shortlist. No. Oh, my God.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
on Barcelona's shortlist. Rashford's on Barcelona's shortlist.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was.
Sorry.
I think that's interesting because they've got Lewandowski, obviously, but he is quite
But
old.
they got
I think it's
Rafinha
clearly a
and-
backup option.
Yeah,
I think that's
it's a
just what
clear
it is.
But it's a
backup
good. That'd be great rotation. Like you have Yamal, Rafinha,
I think it
Lewandowski,
yeah.
Rashford, even Ferran Torres. Right when
No, but
he
it's
comes
not
back.
Daniel
necessarily. I think it's a sign that
Daniel
Ferran
Olmo.
Torres is leaving and Rashford's the one you're replacing
Interesting,
with
because Ansu Fati's going to Monaco,
on loan.
so he's not going to be there next season.
Monaco are going to have a fun team next
They're
year.
gonna have a very
They will have a nice
not
team.
good but fun.
Yeah,
Nah,
who's
fun.
there?
Yeah.
Ansu Fati
Dyer.
and Eric Dyer are there.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Why not?
crazy.
Why
Exactly. Why wouldn't you?
True.
But yeah, just looking at the.
Tax haven.
Yeah.
I mean, they almost got Henderson as well. That whole hoo-ha
Yes, they
about
were
him
going
almost
there.
leaving.
Oh mate, when that happened,
That
he
was
went
funny.
in on
Yeah,
press
and he went in on the
the
journalist.
journalist. Yeah, they were having it back and forth for about
Like,
5-10 minutes.
His was it Tyneside accent or is like that
Yes,
accent really
yeah, yeah.
Geordie,
it just really
Geordie.
came out as Geordie accent.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
Asshole.
yeah, bro, he was really fucking
But no,
pissed.
Barcelona are going to be competing again
Yeah.
for it. I can imagine Real Madrid will be there or thereabouts.
I think
they'll be
Madrid will win it.
better.
I think Madrid will win it.
Think Real Madrid will win it.
Oh, that's what I think.
Yeah?
First
Yeah,
season.
I think
with Xavi.
Madrid's been off.
First season with Hansi Flick,
Yeah, I think
they won it.
Yeah,
I think Madrid's has been off it a bit.
No,
this
I
season.
meant Champions League.
Champions League.
Oh, Champions League. Oh, go ahead. Not Madrid.
Yeah. Who? Okay. Let's just to finish off. We'll do winner, second, and then
Surprise.
semi-finals.
Right.
Just do a dark horse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dark horse.
Dark horse.
Chelsea.
Chelsea to win? Yeah.
No, dark horse.
Oh, dark horse.
Oh, I got
flop- do a
Chelsea to
flop as
win.
well.
Up the Chelsea.
Do a flop. Winner, dark horse, flop.
Who do I think is going
Bayern
to underperform?
again.
Yeah, Bayern.
Bayern
I
are
could
gonna
see. I
underperform.
could see it happening.
If Inter don't win,
Ooh.
I think they flop in the Champions League next season.
This was going to say, I think whoever wins this one will flop next year.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see PSG getting worse.
I think Bayern's a good shout. You know.
Well, it's a bit hard to get worse if you win it.
Okay, go one for
No,
one.
it's a bit.
Hard to get
It's
better.
easy to get worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are we all? Are we
My
all?
word of
are
tape.
Tried
So
it.
bad.
Tried it.
we all shooting out the flops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've said Bayern. I think.
Yeah, I think Bayern too. You know.
I can say the winner of Champions League, can't I?
Are you saying
Like,
winner?
whoever
or
it is,
We do flops
whoever it
first.
is.
We do flops
Doing
first.
flop first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think they'll flop next year.
Oh,
Whoever
so
wins
whoever
it.
wins. Okay.
Whoever wins it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's
Arsenal.
Inter or PSG.
Arsenal. Yeah.
Arsenal flop.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be great?
It
Who
would be great. I
isn't
like how
going
we
to
can
win
all
it
agree on
or
that.
get to, who's not going to get to the final but get to the semis?
So that's sort of like an overperformer.
Not overperformer, but just like
Ooh.
Just
get
like
that
a
far.
Yeah, Inter.
I'm going to go Liverpool and I'm going to go Liverpool and City.
I got a feeling
Oh, we have to
City
pick
will
two
go
teams.
far.
Liverpool and City.
City will go far. And then semi-finals. Who else?
I want to say Bayern, but it's just biased because of Kane.
City and Real Madrid.
Ooh.
I think Company's such a poor manager.
City-
Yeah, I'm gonna
Liverpool.
go Inter Milan. Well, if they change the
You need-
manager,
you need
that's the
two.
problem.
You need
Yeah,
two.
yeah, need two.
Okay, if they keep Inzaghi, it's Inter Milan.
Are we doing dark horse as well? Or
We'll do dark horse as well. That'll be the last
okay,
one.
all right. I'll save my team then.
Inter Milan and Liverpool if
Okay.
Inzaghi stays.
Yeah, fair.
Liverpool. Well, if I'm boring, I say Liverpool and Barcelona, but I won't.
That was my first thought. That's why I went City instead of Barcelona.
Liverpool and Bayern. I'll just say Bayern.
Right.
Fair. All right. Makes it to the final, doesn't win it. I'm going to go Real Madrid.
Barcelona.
I was gonna say Barcelona.
Actually, no. I haven't said Barcelona yet. I'm going to swap mine to Barcelona, not Real Madrid. Jesus Christ.
Barcelona, yeah.
I'm gonna say Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Compliment you to
I've
get
got-
into a final.
No,
And
for
the winner?
sure.
I've revealed 3 of the 4 teams I think into the semi-final now.
So winner, I'm going to go PSG.
Yeah. Well, I got to back my team. Liverpool. Come on.
Barcelona.
Next year.
So you bear in mind you've got
Yeah.
semi-finals of Liverpool versus somebody.
Inter.
Yeah.
And then
And-
I've got Barcelona who's going to be in the final but not
Yeah.
going to win it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Go on, say it. Say it. Say
Chelsea!
it. Come on.
No, it's like my
Jesus.
final four.
Come
is
on,
like
Chelsea!
Liverpool and Barcelona against Real Madrid and Man City in the final four. You imagine that? That'd be crazy,
That'd be
Yeah, right.
Insane.
Imagine if Chelsea just
Four.
won it all.
bro.
And
would
then
be mental.
dark horse, I'm going Chelsea.
Oh, dark horse.
Well, mine's the main horse. It's
Got my dark-
Chelsea.
I got my dark
Yeah.
horse.
The dark horse.
Yeah, but dark horse means they can still win it.
Yeah, dark horse can win.
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, true.
'Cause they're more of a dark. Like they're
Would
not
you
expect-
consider Arsenal
Yeah.
a dark horse?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
absolutely.
Any-
It's actually
any team
dark
can be
horse.
a
Okay,
Absolutely.
all right. Arsenal then.
Yeah, fair.
Newcastle.
Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a shout.
I like that
To be
one.
fair,
I
I really like Atletico.
I think Arsenal will get to
I
the
should have said
quarters.
Atletico for the semis.
Yeah, fair. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, for watching the Blue Podcast Network. This was the Purple Show. Check us out on all our socials, especially our Instagram, because we have a charity match coming up on the 13th of July, and we have just revealed some very, very big players. So keep an eye on that. Get your tickets now. Get your Jersey Bird shirt to wear to the match in the Jersey Bird Instagram bio as well. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.